What's up, guys? It's Drattle, and in today's video we're talking about the Taken King and specifically everything we know about it, which isn't too specific because we know quite a bit now thanks to Game Informer's latest article about it. It's like their cover feature for their newest issue. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. I'm just going to be reading some stuff from there, and hopefully you guys enjoy this gameplay. It was kind of rough in some parts, but I had a lot of fun. I was using the Messenger and the Lord of Wolves. That's one of my favorite setups. My friend Julian going ham with the triple fist kill. Anyways, I might interject with some awesome things I do. First off, there are 8 new story missions that Bungie's calling the first act of the Taken King. There's going to be lots of quests and bounty chains that you can get from all the vendors in the Reefin Tower. One example is the Unsealed Paradox, a mission set inside the Vault of Glass that's all about a certain someone named Praedith. That kind of reminds me of the sniper rifle. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really interested to hear about this dude. Hopefully we learn some lore about it and all that kind of stuff. And of course, there's the new raid called King's Fall that's coming out, and I am hyped as balls about that. Because they're adding all these different story touches. They're replacing Dinklebot with Northbot. I don't like it at all. And Eris Morn is making a return. The Zavala is making a comeback in the story, even though they were barely ever in it anyways. And there's going to be a ton of different characters that you'll interact with as you play and maybe learn more about. And you're also going to be able to examine random objects during missions for little snips of lore. Hopefully, it's kind of like the books in Skyrim. You kind of just take a peek at it. One thing that kind of reminds me is the little Easter egg on Mercury in the lighthouse. It would be cool if you could read one of those books in there that's just laying on the ground. Remember, I spent like 30 minutes in there trying to find a hint, but I couldn't find anything. And they're also reorganizing old story missions to kind of better incorporate the Dark Below and House of Wolves into the whole grand main scheme of things. For example, the Reef is going to open up when you meet the Awoken Queen, but for all of you veterans, that doesn't really matter at all. And members of the Taken race have all sorts of abilities. For example, Taken wizards will summon shadow thralls to kill you. We're like playing Clash of Clans here. And Taken vandals have like Ward of Dawn looking things that they can pop up, and Taken captains will throw orbs that can blind you, like Syndra from League of Legends. And there's also 4 new strikes. The first being Falling Saber, which takes place on Earth, where you'll fight a super mega powered Shank. Hello, thank you. I knew these Shank burn perks were meant for something. They were just setting up for this one boss on this one strike. I knew it. Next off, we have Shield Brothers on the Dreadnought, and you'll take out 2 Cabal Sack leaders. Is that coincidence? There's two Cabals. I don't know. I don't know. Next up, we have Sunless Cell. You hunt down a Hive Darkblade who rebelled against Oryx himself. I don't know why we would be doing that for Oryx, but I don't know. Maybe we just want to kill him anyway, like, he rebelled, Oryx is against him, we might as well just kill him anyways, just in case they make up. Next up, and last but not least, is Echo Chamber, which is the PlayStation exclusive. It's another Vex PlayStation exclusive, come on. And you're basically just going to be killing another Vex Mind, woohoo, yay, not much anything special. And 3 old strikes are also getting remixed. I don't quite know what that means. Dust Palace, Undying Mind, and Cerberus they bay. These new strikes have raid light mechanics. It has quotes around it. That's what Bungie calls it, and which basically means you won't be just killing waves of enemies mindlessly. They're actually gonna be aware, or they're gonna trigger new and revised strikes, change up enemies, and even have differing narrations on replays and all that kind of stuff. Which, I mean, let's be real, that will probably get old after a while of grinding for those marks and stuff, which we will actually be talking about in a minute. And this next one, everyone hates, but year 1 legendary weapons are not going to be able to be upgraded anymore, which sucks, but it's understandable. You're also going to be able to turn in bounties without going back to the vendor. The gunsmith is going to have his own reputation meter in bounties, and you can end up ordering weapons from him once a week, legendary weapons, and they have a random set of new perks. Vanguard and Crucible marks are turning into one pool called Legendary Marks, and all class armor materials are turning into armor materials, which I'm super glad about, but it's pretty late now, because, dude, making a new character was the struggle. On my main character, I had thousands of Hadronic Essence, but I had like 2 Sapphire Wire, and I hated it all the time, and it's kind of late, but whatever. They haven't mentioned Vault Space, which kind of sucks. There's tons of new exotics, like a pulse rifle called Time to Explain. There's the Sleeper Simulant, which is like a fusion rifle, and the Jade Rabbit Scout Rifle. There's Crucible quest lines. Trials of Osiris is getting its own set of bounties, and you're going to be able to play through lots of different weekly Crucible bounties that eventually lead you to exotic caliber rewards. And there's going to be 8 new PvP maps, and last but not least is the Dreadnought, which we barely know anything about. We just know that there's going to be crazy amounts of loot and things and bosses to summon with crystals and stuff. But anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I like commentating. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Leave a like, leave your numbers so that we can have fun, and I'll see you guys next